Titan, yeah,
You were
for
doing very
Titans,
well.
because
I'm very
they
proud
have
of
this
you.
live stealer. They're playing into Magnus. It's gonna be a bit difficult to take big objectives.
Yeah, you wanna be ahead on Titan's lineup. That makes their game so much easier. For Bright, they don't mind too much playing from behind, to be honest. Like maybe the Broodmother suffers the most from that. But everybody else on the lineup, Undying is good for defense. Willow's good for defense. Magnus, you know, it doesn't mind. Him and Medusa have so much scaling that they don't mind playing from behind. But Titan kind of have to be ahead if they want to hit objectives and hit
Yep.
eye crown, because it, like you said, it's just a life stealer hitting in front. Do you have to build Deso this game? I think you kind of have to look at Deso for Fly.
I'm not sure. I think Dezo is fine, but you don't have to go for it. Like, you actually can still go for the same build we've seen recently, like with the Radiance.
The Radiamanta, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's maybe. I'm not sure how important Manta is, depending on what Bright buys. Like, if there's no necessity, maybe you don't even have to go for it. But overall, I feel that we'll see. Like, Dezo is good, but I do like the Phase Boots Orb of Corrosion armlet into Radiance too.
The battle begins.
Bounty Rune contested there by Irving for a moment, but not capable of really fighting back. At least they find the ward placement.
This is a good opportunity.
Get a quick
to
D ward out of the way.
You're doing very well. I'm very
And a
proud of
2-2
you.
bounty split.
Undyne playing with them, not letting them go to the lane for now. But he can't really do too much as a Batrider. No sticky napalm, of course. Not something you get anymore on position 5 or 4.
What do you think about the current map? Do you think this map could still continue expanding site? Oh, actually, look at mid. Setsu skewered under the tower. That's big tower hits. Not the best start for Setsu.
Yeah, you play versus Magnus, you get skewered back. Or you play versus Earth Spirit and you get kicked back. It always feels bad.
But do you think this map could still expand another 20%?
I think we should expand this map every 2 months, 20%. So within a year it would expand. I don't even know how much, because it compounds. It would expand quite a lot. 2 months, in 1 year that's 6, that's...
You're going to see the development grounds of Dota 4 at some point, but Butterfly Effect will get another skewer play on Setsu, and that will be first blood. Big kill for Butterfly Effect.
What's the mat there? Is that like 1.2 on the power of 6, something like that? I don't know, whatever, I'm not gonna do it. In any case, yeah, to mean expand the map even more. Are you crazy, dude? Like, come on.
When I thought about before Frontiers came out, I honestly thought they could have added an underground level. Something like, you know, different neutral camps or something. You could kind of like what happens when Nyx Assassin burrows. Where
Okay,
does he
so when
burrow?
Meepo digs, you can find him if you're next to the tunnel. You dig after him and you find him sleeping. You kill him off in his sleep. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Kill the little rat.
But you have like, I guess imagination is your what's the word? Okay, I can't remember the word I'm looking for here. My bad English is actually hurting me here. But Undyne goes down, all 11, slowed up by the snake from Ulu, and Red Panda splitting his damage on Mercy. So they're trading against 2 at the same time. Not getting a kill on either, but softening them up.
What do you want to say? The Slav boy will help. Imagination is your what? Is your only... Tell me, come on, you can do it, Panda. I believe in you.
I'm literally trying to figure out the word. I'm like,
give me a synonym. Give me a description. Range?
I don't know. It's like your limit.
Yeah. Of course.
There are no limits to your imagination. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Only 2 things are endless. Yeah.
Yeah.
Limitless. Yeah. Okay. I know what you meant. I understood you instantly, even though We are casting a lot
You're
together.
just teasing me.
No, I did. I honestly understood what you wanted to say without you even using words. It's fine.
Nah, I believe you. But yeah, like having an underground level of Dota, and you just have like different types of neutrals in there, maybe another objective, and then they and also there was discussion about is there going to be a secondary objective to Roshan, right? Where people were talking about the drakes or dragons or something like that,
I
like
love
we
it.
have in that other unnamed MOBA, while they're
Dude,
burning in the river.
I love it. Can we make the map? Can we make Dota 5D? Put time in the equation as well. I wanna catch. I wanna see where Faceless Void goes. Catch him in the middle of that time walk. Sup, bro? You
get
think
like a
you could
mini
hide in
game for the time
1855? I'm here, bro.
Setsu gonna get caught by the root from TK, and another kill for Butterfly Effect. This mid lane is crumbling fast. 2 kills on the Pango already. That's a pretty huge lead. That's a 1,000 gold difference between the 2 mid players already in net worth. That's 1,600 on the Pango, 2,700 on this Magnus.
This is where you
Huge
write
discrepancy.
mid-diff. And
And
again.
Okay, not under the tower this time, though. That was close.
Yeah, this one actually hurt him more than it benefited him, but yeah. You just
Mental
write
damage.
mid-diff. Old chat mid-diff, you know.
Yeah. Mental damage is being applied, at least.
Yeah, and it's hurting them on other lanes as well, like top lane. Doom is having farm. The lane is pushed under the tower. It's not amazing, but considering he's against an Undying, the camps are blocked. He's finding something here.
Well, after the first 5 minutes of play, another fight in bottom. Irving does get burnt down by Undying. Fly gets the last hit for the kill, and maybe the Willow too pops a salve, but slowed up by the lovely Ghoul Frenzy debuff. 15% slow, enabling Fly to get the continuation attack. Gets a kill from that too. They're actually doing a double kill from that bottom lane.
Crazy he didn't try to go for that last hit on the Batrider, you know, he didn't get baited. I would get so baited if I was Dark Willow. He couldn't kill him anyway, but still.
Trying to make an attempt. Oh, there is something like that? Okay, thank you, Skirt, for probably a good thing we didn't take that route. DD has been denied on an RP onto Mercy. Butterfly Effect. Third kill almost takes place. Sadly, that RP is only spent for harass. When well bottom, Irving versus 2. They're both low. They're actually all low here, but Red Panda, can he be the big difference maker? Can't get to Undying. There's a zombie chasing.
He's got the decay. Yeah. One more decay to work with, but probably should not be enough. Irving is kinda... You know, he started very well on this lane and now he's suffering a bit. I don't know if a Broodmother enjoys this much activity on her lane.
That's a solo kill, by the way.
This is a good opportunity to learn.
Giving in the correct voice line as well. Thank you, Gaben, for that.
That's a good voice line.
That's a really good voice line to land in that situation. If it's a 1v1 kill like that, you're entitled for it. But 3 versus 1 in bottom, or 3 versus 2 even. The Batrider's standing right behind the Lifestealer. They won't get anything with this support rotation. Ulu feeling comfortable enough soloing this top lane with that 1 kill.
Yep, Ulu feels good. I believe Lifestealer, on the other hand, feels just as, you know, just as nice. The Broodmother is not having a good time. He's not even level 5 yet, and Fly is about to hit 6, so bottom lane might be a bit rough for Irving to come back to. Meanwhile, on top, okay, Doom died, you know, big deal. He is going to recover. He is even, of course, it's all 11. He's not going to go for Veil. He's buying a Midas. That's just the way it is.
Well, Team Bright trying to go for another setup in the mid lane. Can't quite get the catch on Setsu. RP is coming off cooldown in 3 seconds. Butterfly Effect is going to have to tank this Pango ulti first. It is the Undying that is targeted right now. The Tombstone is getting destroyed. And there's the RP. It does catch both of them on the spot, but where's the damage coming from? TK does take down Mercy. Undyne, he's forced away. Finally into the roots they fly. Setsu, he lands into another root, but he lives with 140 HP, and Bright only get 1 kill.
That would have been maybe even okay if Lifestealer completed his TP. This Broodmother really wants to go down bottom because the lane is pushing in hard. But look, Bat is Invis, he's on her. He knows that, and
Invis he
Flyfly
picked up right in front of his nose too.
Yeah, and Flyfly is moving in position to go on the Brood if she comes closer. You see this? Like, so it was so obvious that it's about to happen.
Burning the spider slowly but surely. Irving finally goes down.
Oof, man, like this offlane Brood.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Yeah,
Has its weaknesses.
it has its weaknesses, but this is probably one of the worst games for this to happen. Like, he's 0-2, zoned out of all the experience.
So just hunting down Red Panda, trying to disengage. Now they're focusing on the Willow. Shadow Realm teleport out. Infest Bomb. Okay, they're everything to kill him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's not quite enough though. Irving has teleported back towards the bottom lane.
He's under a ward. They see him. So he can't really approach because Pango is near. Okay, at some point you have to stop beating the dead horse, though. You know, there's only so much you're getting out of this. Eventually, if you're committing too many heroes, you're losing something on the map. Like Medusa is getting too much, Magnus is getting too much. This Brood is already dead. Just leave her alone. He's not gonna do anything for the next couple of minutes in the game for sure.
And when you look at this from Titan's perspective, like going back to game number 2, it was very close that they could have scored that win, end it right there. And now they kind of have to restart the process going into this game number 3. They are off to a fairly good start, though there is a free farm Medusa. Guess they can't really address that issue just quite yet. We probably need defusal on the Pango.
No, the free farming Medusa, of course, is an issue, but it's not when you have someone as destroyed as this Broodmother is, because you just have a minus hero on the map. So the Medusa, sure, she's not going to carry you through the mid game. It was supposed to be the Brood to pressure the enemy team. Now, of course, we talked about mid difference. This Magnus is 2k net worth ahead of the Pangolier. He has a Blink Dagger almost completed. Actually completed, it's flying out.
Yeah,
so he
Fly is getting a tower too.
Yeah. Eyes on Magnus. That's pretty much how it is for Dire. Like, this Magnus needs to do some serious work to bring them back into the match.
Right now, Fly and Undyne, they will scout out a double stack of Ancients. It was probably meant for either the Broodmother or somebody else to pick it up. He only now has his level 6 and he's able to spawn those spiderlings, so he is behind his timings quite drastically. While Titan, they are going for this 3-man smoke, crossing the river. Butterfly effect is heading towards mid. There is Ulu, though. Can they kill Ulu? I think they're focusing on somebody else here this time. Pick up the skewer. Ulti coming through. Lasso is there as well. Onto the Magnus. Tombstone is placed down. Undyne is trying to get out of there. Magnus can't get his RP off. Setsu, does he chase with the swashbuckle? At least he can follow up onto this Undying. Get one hero out of the way.
Mercy.
Magnus does get stunned up by Mercy. Mercy goes for the swap to send Batrider in and keep his life intact.
Yeah, that was pretty good, because when you swap you get the shield anyway, so saves him, and the Batrider is fine anyway.
Double shield on Benj even with that Havas.
Kind of a big mistake, I would say. Not a big mistake, just they didn't see the Medusa. If they went on the Medusa, that's such a bigger kill and such an easier kill. Instead they go on the Magnus, who had haste. You're not killing him, and it was a difficult position to roll in to keep him controlled. Plus they comboed Lasso and the roll.
Bot.
Yeah, they stacked
Irving
it.
and his whole spider army is about to disappear. Okay, they don't actually focus up the smaller spiders. They want the big one. The Black Widow trying to make a run for it. definitely making them work for their money. Irving still has 5 webs to place, and it's a bit of a desperate chase.
Found him.
Dine will go down. Mercy trying to get to Irving, but Irving has the perfect tree line to hide himself, and he will
Wait,
take a battle at the same time.
Fly could help him. He has Quelling Blade. They could catch him there, but okay, they decided
He's not
to.
interested. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting, because he was scouted by the Wave of Terror, so they didn't know where she was. But okay. Nicely done by them. I feel like I was talking about Brood, that he's not really a hero, not doing a lot, but honestly, on the other hand, so is this Doom. Like, he went for a Midas. If you go for a Midas in this patch, you're just as useless as this Brood is at the moment. With all due respect to the players, it's just the state of the game.
Radiant are scanning.
I would never flame them. You know me, T-Panda.
Yeah, I know you. You've also been one of those players, so
Yeah,
you know,
I
the
was
mutual
flamed.
respect.
Exactly. I was flamed quite a lot, so I know how it feels.
But you are right about it. Like, when you do see Midas coming out from the off lane, it's either you're in a state of the game where nobody's fighting, and you also recognize the situation that I have time to farm. Meanwhile, TK, with the help of Butterfly Effect, they kill off Mercy. Kind of a surprising kill. Wondering the Venge is on the other side. Probably just got hit by a skewer. Most likely. That is the blink on Magnus. Also, the Diffusal Blade for the Medusa is lined up, but it's now ready on the Pango. It's smoke time. Does he have anybody to play with? Is the Venge going to be joining him? They are going to the top lane at the same time, and the bait is set by Old 11. Mercy wants to swap someone. Got the stun on Butterfly Effect. No RP going off, and the Doom comes out, but he dooms the Medusa. Ends up getting RP, but they don't have the damage to throw in. TK is going to get sacked. Team Bright to lose a member. Medusa gets to teleport out. RP kind of wasted, I guess you could put it that way.
Radiant's bottom tower
Well,
is under
RP on one side, Doom on the other, right? So it kind of cancels out. They can take down the tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, they are committing 5 heroes while Broodmother is taking your tier 1 on bottom all alone. So overall, a big win for Team Bright. I feel like they kind of went over that big hurdle that they had with the Broodmother. They're back in it. This game is not feeling impossible to play any longer. The Orchid is queued up by the Brood, so we might need.
Fighting in
to
the
see
river.
Fly by
Setsu's
Manta.
falling. Setsu's dead. It's a lot of nuke that they had. And yeah, like the narrative of this game could turn into either team's direction. For Titan, they're in a fairly good position. Fly had the early game he needed. He's going for the Radiance, has the armlet already built up. Ulu, he had the Diffusal idea for a second. Has he finished it? Did he go for something else? No, he is going for the Diffusal.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Soon also going to have that Disperser. Now it's just about, does he want the Butterfly? Does he want the Butterfly versus the Lifestealer, who is a pretty natural Monkey King Bar builder? And meanwhile, talking about the Doom at the bottom lane, surrounded by Team Bright. Another kill going their way.
One kill after another. They're slowly bleeding out.
Scanning.
They're just waiting for the Radiance, I suppose, now on Lifestealer, and they should be ready to fight after. Like, he's got it. 200 gold away. 100 now. So, one more creep wave. Should be good. It's crazy just how how this game just went upside down since the moment they started chasing the Brood.
Yeah.
Not being able to kill her that one time, because they lost while they were chasing her. They lost some objectives on the other side. The mid got pushed. They lost the Bat Rider in the enemy jungle. Bat, who you should actually be playing with, and they're doing it right now. He's got a blink.
Yeah.
Radiant are
It's the playmaker to look at, but Bright, they strike first. And that's a big kill. That is an absolutely huge kill. Grabbing the Lifestealer in the mid-river. Kind of a weird place to spot a Lifestealer, but they got the lasso. It's a Shadow Realm Dark Willow. Here comes Ulu with the Stone Gaze. They got the push onto Old 11. He's slowed up drastically. Got the Vengeful Spirit also getting stoned on the spot. Setsu trying to finish off this Undying. He is dropping low. Tombstone is there, but nobody's there to hit it. So Titan have to get out of there, but it's not looking too healthy because Setsu does go down. Another kill for Ulu. And right now, if they can, don't necessarily need to find another kill. If they can, it'll be very good for Bright. But right now, the momentum is definitely shifted onto Team Bright's side, and they've already pulled off one reverse sweep in this qualifier. They're looking at a second.
Yeah, it looks like we were joking earlier that they're the team that needs to be at a disadvantage to play the best Dota that they can, but it truly feels that way. The game 1 was really bad for them. Game 2 and 3. Game 2 okay, kinda even. Game 3, however, they're cruising at the moment.
Yeah, getting their win streak.
Yeah,
They're getting their win streak running.
I-
Because they did get, you know, schooled by LGD in the upper bracket. Losing the first game, that's your 3rd game lost in a row. And now going for a potential reverse sweep.
Yeah, look at
While,
the Medusa.
I did just a quick update on the other series. Aster is out. So G2 IG will advance 2-0.
Not too surprising, right? Like that's
Not
what
too
we
surprising,
discussed. Yeah. Not sure. Aster just not feeling too great at the moment. Not looking too great.
2 out
I
of the
was
4
looking at
teams that got invited to the close qualifier now eliminated.
Which is the second one? It was Aster and
Team 0 on the first
Oh,
round,
okay,
knocked
yeah,
out by
yeah.
Titan.
I was
Azure
looking
Ray
at the
had to go
builds.
through the open qualifiers. You would think Azure Ray is invite worthy, but probably because of the roster changes, they had to go through the open route.
that's fair. Like if you have the roster change, I think it's fair to be sent to the qualifier. Even if your roster is full of stars.
Yep, Team Secret, OG, they've done it before.
If I was a TO, I would definitely invite you though, if you're full of stars, but still, I understand it. Transparency-wise, fair play, it's nice to have them in the qualifiers. Make them prove themselves, right? Like maybe the team doesn't click very well.
Yeah, but both of these two teams, they still have a lot to prove. Like Team Bright, you can't just reverse sweep every series. I mean, if you're winning the games, that's what matters the most. But they start their series off a bit rocky, and then they get better as the game progresses. Game 2 could have been a loss, but it was an opponent's mistake that kind of let them get back in. That was the not splitting the only hero that could stop their advance, which was the Enigma Black Hole. Very small margin things that cost them the game in the end, and Team Bright tied it up, and they have the Aegis on the Medusa, so he's gonna have security farming, already topping the net worth. They did kill Fly in the river earlier on, so that small net worth margin of 1,000 gold between the two carries, pretty much coming from that one kill, and now the Roshan, extra gold picked up. Butterfly is something that Ulu wants to build, so Radiance meant to build up on Fly, and then Medusa having the Butterfly. That means the MKB has to come at some stage of the game.
Yeah, he was actually queuing up the MKB earlier. I wasn't sure why. Of course, you're playing into Radiance, Fly, Lifestealer, but I also think that Butterfly is a bit better of an approach for you. Like getting MKB, you're just too squishy. You die to spells. You don't even have to. You know, it's not even
This
about.
Tormentor is not looking too good. They actually have to cancel doing Tormentor on the dire side of the map. They were all dying.
It's crazy how some teams struggle at taking Tormentor. I mean, some heroes. Meanwhile, you get some TA who two-shots it, you know, or does it on her own. Same goes for Arc Warden, just Meepo. These kind of heroes just do it on their own.
Yeah, there was the the Enchantress that was also able to do it.
Dazzle. Well, is Enchantress still able to do it? She is, right?
I think so.
Yeah, she still dishes out like crazy damage.
Yeah. The damage output is pretty sick. But yeah, Dazzle, I think the Dazzle Courier one was the one where I was like, oh, what the hell?
Yeah, they fixed that one. That one was
Yeah.
like, that one was too dumb. Like he needed
Yeah.
what, 3 heal bombs and that's it.
But that was some nice innovation. Like whoever figured it out that you can use your couriers for a heal wave bomb, basically like that. Very
There-
smart.
There was like back in the day when you could buy multiple couriers. I think there were guys building like Dazzle Jungle with couriers, just sending him,
Yeah.
healing the creeps, heal wave bomb. Yeah,
The days when people would buy so many couriers, they'd put them on follow and just make this big train go around the map, or just make these
Yeah.
circles protecting your ancient.
I still do that, but with meepos, you know,
Just with meepos, yeah.
follow each other. Yeah, top lane
Well, we're
already
pushing high
pushed.
ground here. Top lane, they force the Batrider to teleport into a trap, which is the root. And Ulu is really feeling himself right now. He's just going almost to the distance of tier 4 towers to make sure that this Batrider falls, forcing out a glyph. There's going to be another one as this tier 3 tower falls eventually. There's no bat for 30 seconds, so you're short-handed. Plus an Aegis that you have to fight against.
What is the way to start this fight without wasting Doom on Ulu? You need to kill him once without using Doom. That's basically how Titan is thinking right now. If you don't kill him once without the Doom, if you you cannot fight twice.
That's a good attempt there, but
Oh!
actually catches somebody else on the way out. He harpoons the Pango and brings a Doom with him, but Fly does go for the Infest Bomb. Old 11 to the Doom off at that time, and a triple already for Firefly. And Ulu does have the Aegis, but it's again, you kill everybody else and leave the Medusa for last. And Ulu is going to die under the tower, respawn in a second, but there is so much stuns to work against the lasso and everything. They don't even need anything else except for the lasso to finish off the
Okay.
Medusa and Bright.
Look,
It's a big price.
out of I don't know 10 skewer backs, this situation happens only once. He was going in for the Pango. He didn't even care about the Doom. He
Yeah.
skewers back the Doom and he kind of ruins his team by doing that. It's not on purpose. Doom was just in the way. I don't think Doom even counted on that happening.
Yeah, Doom was
Basically-
trying to doom him on the spot because they were inside their base, but instead he got skewered to the low ground, and it's like in that case it's like a blink initiation for the Doom in a way. You can't lock him down on the spot, then you're in trouble. And they also had Fly. Just Infest shows up, huge amounts of damage. Suddenly got a double, triple kill going on.
Yeah, he's getting his farm now. You know, after the Manta, as the Hyperstone moving towards the AC. He is no joke anymore, and you know, they did rush this high ground push. This high ground push usually happens with completed butterfly. Like you get the Aegis, you finish the butterfly, then you go high ground.
Yeah. Found the Brood, but they are struggling to get the lasso connection. They finally do with the flame break. Nerving out for the count. Fly will continue to pummel away on this tier 2 tower. That is a unfortunate loss for Team Bright. Not much
Can
that
they
they can
catch
do
it?
about it. But this is the Tormentor they tried to take earlier. It's going to be stolen by Titan.
Who's got who here? Like he can doom him, right? Does he want to? Yeah, he wants to.
You will be able to as well. Butterfly Effect teleports away. Yule's on top of a BKB. You've got got golden swirls. You've got these tornado swirls and everything around you. Looks a bit silly. But Titan getting a big benefit from that last high ground push attempt from Bright, turning it into or converting that into a almost an 8,000 gold swing. Now a 7k lead.
Mm-hmm. They don't, at this moment, they don't have Doom, and there's RP on Bright, so I think this is probably a smoke-worthy situation, because they will also have Butterfly now completed,
Dire are
and
scanning.
they might opt to go and take a fight. There's no
Well,
BKB
Ulu's
on
leading the
Butterfly,
charge. The drum charge will be popped by Red Panda. Sadly, there's nobody to be caught here, so Titan gets out scot-free. And back to the waiting game it is. Smoking up. It's a full-on five-man smoke. Brute just breaks his, farming that ancient camp. They are rushing towards the Titan side of the map. Red Panda in front. No blink on this Undying. I have to walk in the old-fashioned way. Butterfly effect. Counter smoke from Titan. Infest bomb with a granite golem.
Tower is under attack.
And he spots the Dark Willow. He doesn't quite use it yet. He just wants as much info as possible. Very speedy Granite Golem. Medusa does get that stun, and there we go. The Undying is going to get lassoed up, brought all the way into the arms of Titan in front of their tier 2 tower, but they will lose a Vengeful Spirit with this initiation. And there goes Fly, tying it up 1-1. Medusa does get hit by the open wounds, but is happily just running away. Doom has Blink, has Doom, has BKB.
There's RP
Or
as well.
staff to the high ground. Irving is on the low ground.
Yeah, this Disperser is just destroying Fly. Every time he tries to go on Medusa, she's just like, oh yeah, see you later, sucker. Disperser, no slows allowed.
A strong item.
Yeah, very strong into open wounds, right? Like,
And it was the issue for Medusa for a very long time. If you wanted to be nimble in fights, you had to build a blink on this hero. Now you have much better stats from Disperser and an active ability that prevents you from being slowed, which is even better.
and what's crazy, you can initiate, like you said. You don't need a blink. You can even initiate easily with this. You just pop the Disperser on yourself and you run into a fight.
Yeah.
And it literally feels like you just blinked in. That's how fast you move anyway.
One item solving a lot of issues for this good old Medusa. We're at the half an hour mark now. Roshan is home, scouted out by a spider. Roshan has still not learned to use his legs, only his tail. Just look at this guy.
He's ice skating, you know.
He's ice skating, yeah.
We just don't have the winter map on, but he's on an ice rink.
I love how Roshan has a buff called Phased, but he's really not phased at all by this.
When I click on him, all I see is Aghanim's. I don't have the animation.
The one on the left, Scurf. The blue orb. Anyway, right are coming in with full effect, and Butterfly effect is able to take the Aegis for Team Bright. This is not looking too hot for Team Titan either. They will lose one. Buyback coming in from the Bat Rider right away. They do get the Infest Bomb. It's got the Undying revealed him inside from that Tombstone. Get some kind of a recovery kill or a bit of an answer. And the swap comes out. Ulu left by himself. And because Butterfly effect is the one carrying the Aegis, that is just a Medusa falling without too much of a hard commitment. Just a swap to break the TP. And Titan, they're on the run again.
Solid, very solid infest, by the way, by Fly. That situation there looked kind of hairy, because he was dropping low and so was Pangolier. Pango is one of those heroes that can kind of struggle into the Medusa. She just stands and hits. He dropped really damn low, but Fly infests and yeah, saves the day. Really nicely done. No Aegis on them, but who cares? You kill the Medusa, you're taking Raxes.
Yeah, they're no threat. No RP. No Flesh Golem. No Medusa.
Dire's bottom barracks.
They can't
you
get a
want
second
to
lane,
do
though,
this?
because of the tier 2 still
Yeah.
standing. But there's a creep wave, so they will open up this lane. It is very important that they get this tier 2 now, because the next team fight win, if they can score one, means another lane of racks. If this tower is still standing, it slows things down a lot.
I love how he sent his spiders from the base down all the way top to split push. By the time they got there, they mostly disappeared anyway.
They're just expiring, yeah.
Awesome.
Lasso being used on Butterfly Effect, trying to force out that Aegis. As Pompous BKB gets swapped and goes the other way around.
Haste.
Ace, yeah, and a skewer. He's going to push this Batrider with him.
get
They
him.
really want this kill. It's so close to getting it as well. TK shows up out of nowhere. Setsu tried to connect the swashbuckle on somebody else. It does seem like a game of everybody else is showing up except for the one that you were primarily targeting. So TK dies.
Yeah, he just shows up trying to help a little bit, but Magnus didn't need any help. He was completely fine. That haste rune saving him twice now today.
Fly going for the... Oh, nice bait there. Doesn't quite drop the RP except when he's in front of the tier 4 towers. Lifestealer about to drop here. Yes, they will get this kill. And Butterfly Effect was reading him like an open book. You see him walking towards the stairs, he instantly blinks and just skewers him. He was thinking about the RP skewer, but he cancels the RP just to push him closer to the tier 4s.
Yeah, gotta be careful if Venge isn't in position or able to help you. Now they have the banner as well. So he stole the Aegis and the banner. Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
literally everything.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This game is just so crazy back and forth.
Radiant's middle tower
I mean, it's fun, right? Like, it's always cool to watch this. It's never boring, at least.
Radiant's
Yeah,
middle
it's definitely
Never-
not boring. It's all over the place.
Radiant structures.
The last game you didn't know at all how it's gonna end until Morphing died with the rapier. This game as well.
Yeah, okay, there we go. The Doom is dropped on top of Butterfly Effect, but it is onto an Aegis, so this Doom will run its course. Magnus is still going to get a fighting chance to return. We're pouring in a bit of Empower. Got this Batrider dropping fairly low. The tier 3 is already out of the way. Mercy
Dang.
dies. And he's not coming back for 50 seconds, so they're going to return the favor and take themselves a lane of racks. Okay, they actually
Maybe
leave
top
the
as well.
range up for a
Yeah.
second, but they're going to get it away.
There's no
Bottom.
RP for 25, so you can go top, but you gotta be careful.
You also have creeps inside the base of the Dire team, but they're more worried about getting more kills out of Titan and knocking them out of the tournament potentially, as they've taken down the Doom, looking for the Batrider kill as well, but they are disengaging for the time being. Fly wanting Butterfly, and will take him.
He needed 3 more seconds for the RP. That's all he needed. If he got those 3 seconds, he kills him. Or they maybe even turn on
Tormentor, can he get the
the whole
kill?
team.
Okay. The Radiance was burning the Tormentor that was reflecting the damage back to the Brood. Now, that's
Imagine-
one way
imagine-
to get a deny.
Imagine losing a kill like that. It would feel bad. Oh, on you though, you can still disable Radiance, right? Like,
Yeah. They don't want to. Just wanted to use the Radiance for the burn. Probably would have realized at some point that, wait, what is that noise? Oh, it's the Tormentor reflecting damage. And now we're going the other way round. We've gone back and forth twice already inside the last 1.5 minutes.
I don't think this is a push though. You don't have Pango, you don't have Doom. There is RP available. You don't risk this. You can maybe set up some vision around their base for your Batrider to have an easier time catching them with,
Yeah,
with
for future
lasso.
purpose.
Exactly, but pushing high ground, no way. You cannot.
Well, everybody is back up and again. They are making a bit of a move here by Team Bright, moving across that top half of the map. They will be exiting the base. Willow has a passive Midas. TK really wants to find a camp to use them at, and he might just run into the enemy. Actually, it's Ulu going to be caught first with the lasso. Clift on top, and there's Fly who can't actually hit him. So Ulu gets to throw 3 hits from the high ground, but he also goes for the teleport away. Pango does get stoned up by Stone Gaze. And that's your fight. No one dies.
Yeah. What do you hate the most when you're a melee core? When your Nature's Prophet sprouts someone, when your clock cogs someone, and when your teammates cliff someone. Doom is there.
He definitely is. Making a presence here, old 11. He's got his BKB already run its full course, and there we
RP
have an
is good.
RP as well onto the Bat Rider, and Ulu is getting free hits, and Flyfly is trying his best, but he's only gone halfway to the Medusa, finishes off Red Panda, and now chases down TK for another kill. Setsu is there to help him out. Butterfly Effect goes for the skewer, pushes around Lifestealer. He might go for an armlet toggle, but there's just too much damage going his way, and Setsu wants this Medusa, but he's not able to get the kill. Blink is available, able to dodge the spawn spiderlings and just flies, or blinks away in this case. But he's the only guy to tell the story of how that fight did not go our way.
Yeah, one team fight after another. They're losing. They're just unable to use the Doom properly to kill off the Medusa. I feel like this Doom needs to be tossed on Magnus. But he has Lincolns. I know it's harder, but he feels more important in these team fights than the Medusa. Of course, Medusa is the one hitting, but
Yeah.
Magnus is the one bringing all the control.
The big reason why the fights are so iffy looking for Titan,
Radiant's top barracks are under
mainly
attack.
because of the Magnus going all around. The Brood has more free reign in these fights. The supports don't feel that threatened. And now it might just be a case of mega creeps. Might have
They
to
have
interrupt
buyback.
this one. Setsu is going to go in. Lifestealer is waiting for the call. Wait, press that buyback button. Ulu. Stone Gaze is already used. Setsu has to be careful. He does get stoned up, and here we go. The buyback comes in, but they're already running away with max speed with that disperser. Flyfly dodges the terrorize, keeps on chasing, needs to get to the Medusa. Low on mana, 800 to go, 500 to go, just a couple hundred more. Butterfly Effect, he clips him, but he goes for the Axe Infest. He goes inside the Magnus. Batrider dies. The fight at the back line, 1-for-1 traded, and that's the buyback from Flyfly that doesn't lead into a Medusa kill.
Butterfly Effect just on a different level with this Magnus. Like, he is controlling the game so damn well. Either he's RPing the supports, preventing them from doing anything, or like he did in this last situation, pushes Flyfly completely away from Medusa, saves her, pushes him on the cliff. Yeah, sure, Flyfly has agony, so he gets infested, but still, very nicely played. He saved her. There's unfortunately no basher or anything like that on Lifestealer, so he can't cancel these TPs.
Yeah, there's a reason why I was excited the moment I saw that this Magnus is going to be going for Butterfly Effect in this series. It has been a treat to watch. Aegis with a Refresher Shard going for Titan. Right's not going to be making it there in time.
Roshan has fallen.
Already secured it right next to the pit. They turn around, suspecting that Titan is fully ready to fight. And Doom also literally just coming off cooldown for old 11. So Titan almost got mega creeped. They forced out the buyback from this Lifestealer.
Mm-hmm.
And they're forcing Bright all the way back to their side of the map.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call this game one way or the other. Like, these two teams are completely unpredictable. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, in my, like, objectively speaking, the Medusa team has the upper hand, right? Even versus Aegis, it should be a bit easier for them to play, but realistically, watching how these two teams have played the last couple of series, you never know. You never know who's gonna go ham, who's gonna make some insane move in a
they're a bit
positive
all over
or a
the place.
negative way. Yeah. Insane in a positive and a negative way, right? Like, it can be depending on the moment.
Yeah, and whoever wins this game, you can only afford the chaos in this series. It's only going to get harder from here. Win this one, you got 2 series max. The semifinals and then the lower bracket finals. And there are only some tough contenders because you win this, you got to play G2 IG. And Titan has already lost to them once, 2-0.
Yeah, I have to admit, I expected Titan to be the favorites here, at least a little bit, but Team Bright Standing their ground.
Yeah, they want to repeat the reverse sweep magic for a second time in this this closed qualifier for DreamLeague Season 22.
Is there anything big coming up? Like any big item? There's obviously a Skadi.
Brood Hex
Big-
is getting closer, and the
Yeah.
Scotty for Lifestealer.
Brood, Hex, Skadi, Lifestealer. On Medusa, Skadi is already there, of course, but will they
Yeah, you
fight
need-
before the Aegis expires? That's the question. Like,
You need like 1,800 gold for the Brood to finish Hex. So it's still some time away, but that Hex could be very big. Especially when you're playing against the Lifestealer. Every time Rage has been used, you have a chance to silence him or Hex him up after. Or even the best case scenario, you initiate on the Lifestealer that he never gets the Rage and dies during the crowd control.
and
That's like your ideal situation.
that's the ideal situation, but most likely it cannot happen because of Venge. Like for that to happen, you need to control Venge as well, somehow. Maybe with some skewer back, jumping on the Venge.
Smoke pops off of the Undying. Right, Panda with that Blink Dagger. And Force Staff. A lot of mobility. They're slowly falling. They've got Ulu in the lasso. And there's the RP to turn things around. And Titan, they're already fairly low on two of their heroes. The Doom and the Bat both struggling. So is Fly. Standing still, stunned on the spot. Goes for the Infest. And Red Panda is left vulnerable. Gets a couple good heals. Still survives. They got the Skewer pushing back Fly inside the base. He's trying to get the kill on Red Panda. He's going to be able to get that one. And he's on the run away. Armlet Toggle coming through while that tower is hitting. Butterfly Effect missing the Skewer. And there's your Aegis pop. Two buybacks coming through, but they are so far away. Setsu, he's trying to buy some time and space for his supports to maybe come back in. Fly trying to re-engage with the fight, but Ulu, he's on the run towards the fountain. So is everybody else on the side of Bright.
Yeah, when you see Fly going in and starting to hit the tower, you know this fight is over. Like he decides, okay, I cannot catch anyone, and as I cannot catch anyone, it's very difficult to continue taking this fight. There is no Doom, there is no control. They're healing up in the base. I think they need to back out at this point. It's kind of difficult because you know the game is looking kind of over. At this point, you just wasted a couple of buybacks. Age is gone as well. You only got the Undying.
They want to catch someone in the lane, but there's nobody coming. And Bat Rider is alive. It's just going to take a very long time for
Maybe some
Undying to
swap?
reach the rest of his teammates.
They see Magnus. They see that he's not there, so... Oh, no. He infested. Okay, he infested
Yeah.
the Medusa.
Interesting move there with the Aghanims. Just jump on the Medusa. Medusa doesn't seem to care too much about it, though.
Of course not. I love how Ulu instantly went for the fountain, you know? He just straight up moves. Hoping that Lifestealer stays inside.
Get a couple of Force Staffs. Maybe it ends up working. Already had that one game where the game winner was the fountain. That was NA though. This
Yeah, I didn't see that
game
one.
resembles some of the same type of chaos that North America showed earlier on today.
Any Dota, best Dota. For sure. If you like chaos, if you like some pub strats. Who's the... By the way, you've been casting the qualifier. Who's the strongest team right now in NA?
The strongest team in NA. You're kind of looking at Shopify, right?
Shopify? Yeah, makes sense.
It has to be Shopify, but I believe Nouns is surprisingly good with their roster. You know, you got Stormer, you've got Gunner in the off lane, you've got Fly, Lelis, and Yuma. Yuma is the guy that
Plays Meepo,
is
right?
surprising
Yeah.
a lot of people. Yeah, the Meepo guy. Because in the last year's DPC, Yuma would come to stand in. Every time he did, they won a game. I was like, that's a super value stand-in you got there. when he played West European Division 2, if I remember correct, and got a team to Division 1. I think that was the Dota2 Hustlers. I could be wrong, but that's at least how I remember how it was.
I believe you're right. If my memory serves me. My memory plus your memory after not sleeping for
Equals
a full
memory.
day equals
It's
half
just
a
a memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm basically on the brink of sanity here.
No, Brood is on the
Or
brink of
insanity.
Hex, by the way, if she wants to buy it.
Okay.
She doesn't have enough for buyback, but still, could get it. It's a pretty big item versus Lifestealer. You mentioned it earlier. It could be... They don't need a game changer at this point. The game doesn't need to be changed, but it could come in handy. Some extra control.
We are playing the waiting game. Both teams know how important the end result of this particular game number 3 is going to be, so playing it cautiously, playing it safe, at least for the time being. I guess that's when the further the game goes, the more you start to understand how perfect of a fight we need to get to feel comfortable. It has to come through some aggressive plays. Fly. He's looking for the runaway, but a beautiful RP from Butterfly Effect, and the swap comes out. Fly still trying to make a run for it. They forced out Undyne, but they used a lot on the side of Bright as well. They've got the Doom already dropped on top of the Medusa, and Old 11 with a refresher has another one available. Red Panda's going to be going down. The Willows dropping low as well, but Old 11 trying to go for Butterfly Effect. That's the big prize he's looking for. Everybody else is spreading all over the jungle, teleporting away. 1-2, and Butterfly Effect just goes straight to farm in the jungle. BKBs and ultis dropped all over the place.
Yeah, they use the Doom. He uses the refresher after as well. But he cannot find the right target. He cannot have any follow-up, that is, because they're too busy killing Undying and Dark Willow. So overall, I feel like the communication in that fight was a little bit off. Maybe focusing the target that he's dooming would be better.
Yeah. We're at the 50-minute mark now. A lot of 50-minute games today.
I'm actually surprised that this game reached minute 50. I thought it should be. It could have been much
felt like
easier.
it would have been over with that high ground push in the top lane.
Yep.
But no. Couple good turnarounds from both sides. They're protecting the twin gate here. Roshan is up in 55 seconds. Bright already making their presence known here towards this bottom lane. He's stacking up for a potential smoke. Not at least on the eyes of the or the hands of the Undying. There isn't one either for the Dark Willow, so they're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, just approach it and that's it. Just go in. Brood is splitting, by the way, mid lane. She's pushing in. A couple of spiders over there together with a huge creep wave, so kind of a deja vu from last game. Oh, he's in.
Oh, and
Undying
Flyfly's not here. The Lifestealer's not here at all. He was going back to the base. Undying does get doomed up by Old 11, and 10 seconds for a refresher to be up and running. But now the Lifestealer, he's joining in. At the same time, Irving is going into the enemy base. He's looking for the Mega Creeps. Mercy will go down, and Irving's already at work, but they are TPing back in. The Infest ball right away on top of Irving. And this Broodmother doesn't have an exit route. He tried his best. He got something done in a quick time span, but now the rest are going into the Roche pit, and Titan, it's a race against the clock.
Can they do it fast enough? Let's see. They are running. Okay, Lifestealer actually stopping to farm or finish off the creep wave. They definitely can. They get the Aegis, they get the banner, the refresher orb as well. Shard, that is. They don't even get the kill on the Undying, by the way. Undying used grab ally with the tombstone, so
Yeah.
or grab himself, so he survived.
So there's 3 sequences that happens there. First, Bright, they initiate when the creeps were inside Titan's base. Flyfly is halfway in the lane of this bottom lane towards getting through to start hitting creeps. Meanwhile, Undying, they're just gonna have to hand him out. Is Ulu coming to save him? Oh, okay. Hide inside the tombstone with your shard and just blink out. Sure. Dark Willow going for the deal. He goes straight for the Doom here with the RP. And Ulu's disarmed. He can't deal any damage. Firefly is there.
He has another RP. He used the shard.
Couple hits, and Doom also has the double Doom, but
Life
he's being
stealer.
bullied right now by the Willow. Old 11, 100 HP is all he has, and he dies. Doesn't
Flyfly
get
is
to
dead.
use a second ulti at all, and Lifestealer also down. Flyfly dying in the lane there. It's a big
Yeah,
win
they-
for Bright.
They got Omega baited. Like they went in thinking that, okay, Magnus used RP, whatever, we can fight. Lifestealer put his confidence up, his cautiousness down. He got hexed by the Brood, RP'd by Butterfly Effect after the shard was used.
This is the push where you force out the buybacks, but yeah. Titan really not in a comfortable position. The last fight plus this one, it's just, I don't know, unluck, I guess, from their perspective. Setsu won't be brought in with the skewer, but he is hexed up, and Mercy again has to intervene. But the lasso, it's on Ulu. Ulu does have the Aegis still. Does have that second life. Setsu pokes up the Rolling Thunder. Flyfly shows up from inside the Medusa. Medusa now surrounded and doesn't really have too much protection, but the BKB might just be enough. The stun does connect first though, and there is Red Panda falling first to Flyfly. They are dropping semi-low here on the side of Bright, and they are trying to disengage. Irving is being pushed back in. Doom on the chase here. Butterfly Effect pushes him even further away into the arms of Ulu. Ulu, he's got Flyfly nearby. Infested again. His mana pool is running out. He's about to become prey to this
Rapier,
Lifestealer
remember.
and chased around Ulu. He's got no shield. He's got no nothing. Flyfly, he's missing half of his attacks, but it doesn't matter. He's gonna get this Ulu kill eventually in the end. Or is
Really?
he? He's surviving. Flyfly might actually die. Okay, Ulu is the one to fall first. The Rapier is down on the deck, and he picks it up right away, and he will drop it again. And this time, Butterfly Effect is the one to pick up the Rapier for himself.
That's
And the Pango, he's fighting against everyone. Again, the Rapier down on the deck. This time it's the Pango. He
They're
takes
thrown, they're
another
thrown.
and goes for the triple and goes for the ultra kill
The
for
throne,
Setsu.
the
The
throne.
throne, though, it's in peril. They forced out the glyph. They got the lasso. It's on an illusion of the Medusa. Ulu, he's still going for it. He's still going for it. There is no Rapier in his hands right now, but Undyne can't do much. He's
Wrong
on
one.
the other. It's the other illusion that gets swapped around. Ulu is still doing work. Butterfly Effect coming in for as well. Bright, they're so close to doing it. Ulu's out of mana. The Medusa's about to fall. The Ancient is so low. And Bright get it in the
Oh, man,
end.
I love Dota. I fucking
What?
love this game. Oh, dude, if you're Flyfly, I don't know how that guy still has a full